Hey there everyone, happy Sunday. I am King 5 Meteorologist Adam Claibon. What a pretty nice weekend we had again. Saturday was absolutely gorgeous, just about perfect. Plenty of sun out there, comfortable temperatures with those highs in the upper 60s to low 70s. Today, a little bit of a step back for Sunday. Extra cloud coverage, and we did see temperatures cool back down, but low 60s, upper 50s. Quite doable here for this time of the year still, and we kept things dry. The rain, though, is coming back here throughout the week, and really the pattern we have been seeing for the past week or so, week or two, maybe even three, where temperatures have been going up and then down. We've been seeing cloudy conditions and then sunny conditions, and the rain comes in. All that repeats itself again here into the week. So we're going to talk about that because we do have rain coming in as we head into the Monday and Tuesday. We're going to talk more about the timing of that and talk about when those 70s could be back around. And I wanted to get into what's happening too as we head on into the first few days of May, because even though we are going to see this pattern of temperatures fluctuating up and down, there's going to be an overall trend, and what the Climate Prediction Center is showing us here as we head on into the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. So this is the CBC, the Climate Prediction Center, and the dates between the 5th and the 11th, they're indicating that we should see temperatures pretty close to average here across our part of the state. Now, as you go farther to the east, you can see overall, when you do factor in all the warm days and the cool days, that we probably lean more warm than not, or at least warmer than normal as we head on into that time. So that's something we're going to keep an eye out for, and something, again, that's really showing us that we're going to continue on this pattern of the ups and the downs. Now, over the weekend, where we were seeing some dry conditions, areas farther to the south were not. California got hit with this system right here that's spinning through Nevada, through Utah and Idaho. That's going to be continuing to work its way up into Wyoming and Montana. While we did not get hit with any of those showers, we're now on the backside of that system, and so some of that cooler air coming in from the north out of Canada, well, that's going to continue to stick with us here for the first couple of days as our system right here, as I go ahead and erase those two things right there for you. That one will be coming in and impacting us with some shower activity right here. It's just off of the coast. That'll be heading our way for the rain chances here as we head on into Monday and Tuesday. And the up and down pattern, again, we have that ridge of high pressure that is now dying down. So as we head on into Monday and Tuesday, where we do have a bit more of those greens and yellows showing up across our part of the state, where you have a little more troughiness, and when you have troughiness, you're talking about conditions that are generally cooler and cloudier, even producing some shower chances at time to time. We're going to have that in place for more so Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then that eventually starts to kick on out of here, and we start to see that ridge around for Wednesday and Thursday. But check out this trough that starts to build across the Gulf of Alaska. See what's happening right here as we head into next weekend. Yeah, we start to see a lot more of that green across our side of the state. And at the same time, too, we have this other big area of low pressure that's developing out here into the Gulf of Alaska that'll be working its way closer and closer to the coast. So we'll see how that impacts our weather here as we go later on into the week. But let's go ahead and talk about what we're expecting as we go throughout these next really 7 days. So showers returning Monday and Tuesday. We do have a warm up coming in more towards the middle part of the week before we cool back down again late week. So yeah, that pattern, it's sticking with us yet again as we go through these back and forths of our weather conditions. Tomorrow and Tuesday, both featuring some shower chances. Now, more so late Monday. Again, we'll talk about the exact timing here in a second. The couple of days that are going to be warm, Wednesday and Thursday, with all that sunshine around, and then the rain and the cooler temperatures come back around, heading on into the latter part of the week and into our weekend. Cloudy conditions out this way towards La Push. A little different story there from what we're seeing at Port Angeles, where you can see a lot of clear blue skies. Beautiful to see that. And then again, the coast dealing with a lot more of the cloud coverage here into our Sunday evening. While here in Seattle, well, we did see more clouds early into the morning. Now seeing a few breaks in the clouds as temperatures sit in the upper 50s here as of about 7 o'clock here into your Sunday evening. We'll continue to keep conditions rather cloudy as we head on into the night. Temperatures only dropping into the upper 40s, so not too much of a cool down, but it is a cool down from yesterday. Numbers down by about 5 to 10 degrees here across western Washington, which puts a lot of our temperatures right now in more of the mid upper 50s. So we are cooling that air mass down, and we're on the backside of the system, which did not hit us with any rain, but it has helped to draw down some of that colder air here into our part of the state. All right, so radar looking very quiet for the time being. Big picture is that system that's off to our east, well, that will continue to track off to the east. Our system that's going to be hitting us with rain, still a little bit of ways away. But it is close enough that we are going to have to talk about those shower chances coming in as we head on into Monday. And so that will be heading towards us here as we head on over the next 24 hours. Futurecast kind of shows that throughout tonight, just really cloudier skies developing. Those clouds will thicken a bit more. 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think your morning commute is pretty dry. There's no worries about any sort of rain really impacting us during the first part of the day on Monday, closer to Puget Sound, that is, and Northwest Interior. If you're out towards the coast or the Olympic Peninsula, we do have a higher chance of at least seeing some showers in the forecast. But then we continue on later into the afternoon, near north of Everett by about 2 to 3 o'clock. Higher chances there, as well as out over the Olympic Peninsula. And then the evening commute, 4, 5, 6 o'clock into tomorrow evening. That's when those rain chances begin to become a bit more widespread. And we'll see a lot more of them as we head on into the first half of the night. That's early Tuesday at 12 a.m. And then we continue on into early Tuesday morning at about 6 a.m. And you can see a lot of those main showers are out of here, but still some left behind showers will stick with us as we head throughout the day on Tuesday. Some convergence zone activity across King and Snohomish County, and then a lot of that dying off as we head on into Wednesday morning there at about 8 o'clock. Rainfall amounts, they're going to vary from where you are, but generally we're talking about maybe a tenth up to a quarter of an inch in most spots. Some higher amounts could be around those areas here where we see some of that convergence zone activity. Northern parts of Pierce County, Snohomish County, and right here dead center in King County where we have some of the higher chances, and is out as well out here towards the coast, central coast, seeing a little bit of a higher chance as well. All right, now let's talk about the temperatures, because those numbers will climb as we go later on into the week. After seeing temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s Monday and Tuesday, our numbers really climb Wednesday and Thursday up to around 75 degrees. It's going to be nice. Could even see maybe some areas closer to 80 as we head on into Thursday afternoon, maybe Grays Harbor County, Mason County, Thurston County. And then we cool back down a little bit again with that system late next week into early the following week. But then as we go on into the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th of May, well, our numbers get back a little above average. The average high is going to be at 62 at that point. We'll be in the mid 60s. Lows tonight dropping down into the mid and upper 40s. So a little cool to start tomorrow morning, but then highs tomorrow are going to only top off in the mid 50s. So it's not much of a warm up with all the clouds expected, plus some of the showers coming around. Arlington up to 56. We'll see the same number around Linwood, just shy of 60 in Shoreline, at 58 in Renton. Bremerton topping off at 57 degrees. Belfair up to 57. Tacoma will be at 59. The same in Puyallup, up to 58 in Centralia, about 53 at Ocean Park, and then lower 50s out towards the coast for Claylock and Tahola and Nia Bay, while seeing a 53 in Hump Tulips. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all the latest on this forecast that we've been sharing with you here these last few weeks, where we've been having the ups and downs. And last week we were thinking that the rain chances were going to come in and start to cool things down late into Friday and Saturday of last week, like the forecast is shaping up to be this week yet again. But thankfully that system made its way to the south into California, and we had this beautiful weekend. So that's why you need to keep up to date with us. Make sure to download that King 5 Plus app on your TVs, or you can download it for free. 7-day forecast, highs making their way into the mid 70s for Thursday. Wednesday will be at 67 degrees, and we'll continue to keep things quite nice as we head on into the beginning of our middle week as well. All right, everyone, make sure to have the rain gear with you before you head out the door tomorrow if you're not going to be home until later tomorrow evening, and enjoy the nicer weather that will be around as we head on into the middle part of the week. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.